What's good, y'all? Smooth with motion. We back.
Yeah.
How y'all been? Let us know how we did in the last video. Let us know how we do in this video. Let us know what you want to see us talk about in future videos. Like, comment, subscribe, share with the homie.
And make sure the homie subscribes too.
Right. Or what?
Right. But you know what you are if you don't subscribe.
Exactly. Put that in the description too.
Let's get into it, man. But anyway, what's good, y'all? Like Joe says, Move Emotion, me, him, and Brendan. Mm-hmm. Greg and Troi are elsewhere, but it's all good. Brendan actually brought this topic to the attention. Now it's getting hotter. You know what I'm saying? Entering into summertime. Brendan, you can...
Yeah, I was going to say it's getting hotter. It's that time of year. We're recording this literally the day before the first day of June. So, summertime. So I was just like, let's talk about the summertime. That entails when people are outside, fest season here in Columbus and whatnot. Mm-hmm. You already got people acting up already.
Yeah, for y'all that don't know, we reside in beautiful Columbus, Ohio, bro, and let's just say that. And let's just say, bro, Columbus is starting to be known for a lot of things that aren't necessarily positive things, but I'll let Brendan continue his thought on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say so we're a nice city. We just tend to tweak out a lot.
A lot.
I was gonna say a lot.
I love my city.
But that's why I wanted to talk about summertime and stuff. I mean, I'm guessing you got the topics and whatnot.
As always, bro.
But I'm gonna do an introduction question or whatever. I'll be like, what's y'all guys' life? What y'all do y'all fuck? Well, first of all, do y'all fuck with summer? And if y'all do, what's your guys' favorite summer activity? Like, what y'all fuck with it for?
Okay, great question. I'm not gonna lie. Summer as an adult, to me, I want to love it like I used to. And part of me still does just because of the weather change and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I don't love it like I used to.
Damn.
But if I could, because, I'm more like focused on the longevity of like my success. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I move. So like every once in a while I'll have fun in the summertime, but it's just like a time for me to hunker down, you know what I'm saying, and try and focus on what I got to do. Now, if I could choose favorite summer activity, it's probably just hanging out with like my homies like outside, whether that be like, just like going to get drinks or something, or just like hang with them, like bonfires, you know what I'm saying? Fun stuff like that. Just hanging out with them, like vibes are good outside, shorts weather, you know what I'm saying, festivals. So stuff like that you can have with your homies and your loved ones of sorts. So that's what I would say for me.
Yeah.
I would say I don't really rock with summer like that. Even like when we were in school, I didn't really rock with summer like that. Mainly just because it'd be too hot. I just don't like when it's too hot. You just be sweating and then it'd be like, man. And then you try to step, you be sweating out your fit. You be like, bro, it's so hot.
I ain't gonna lie, the best fits be the ones with the pants.
Yeah, so, bro, it does when you can actually put on your clothes.
Yeah, no, that's
when you can actually put on clothes.
Watch all the fashion niggas. Yo, just don't know how to dress, bro. Like, bro, if you can't perfect summer fit, bro. I know something, bro. Sometimes in my TikTok, bro. Please,
like, we're not talking about y'all, Tim. We're not talking about y'all. But yeah, I don't really rock with summer like that. But I mean, it's cool. I do rock with summer, like with all the things that pop off, like 4th of July, cookouts.
Juneteenth.
Like you were saying.
Black Power.
Yeah, Juneteenth now.
Yeah. Till Trump get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? But
the food truck festivals, the Asian festivals, stuff like that.
Yeah, tight.
It'd be lit.
How about you, brother?
And swimming. Pools. Come on now.
Can't
Pool
swim.
Parties.
I was just a kid. I'll
be in the pool, though.
Oh, my gosh, y'all are black.
You can swim?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. No, okay, here's the thing. Like,
I was on swim and dive team for 4 years.
For real?
Yeah.
I did not know. When?
I swear, like high school.
I did not know that, bro. I went to high school.
Not my high school, like, I'd say like freshman, maybe freshman year.
What did he say?
He was on the swim team and the dive team for 4 years in high school.
I think it was like 7th, 8th, 9th. It was either 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, or 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Yeah.
I ain't
4
know that.
years.
I've known this nigga
took
forever.
home second place.
Never...
Took home second place in diving too. My back dive was crazy.
I never knew that about you, brother. That's dope though.
Yeah, I was just, I cannot swim.
I can tread water though. Like I can see. I'm not confident in my swimming abilities because I think I can save myself. But if there's like family, kids, hell, fuck you. I'm like, I can't because like I can only do good enough to save me. You know what I'm saying? If you swim and drown next to me,
He said
you're
I stand.
finished.
He said I stand. You know where I could be above the water.
You know, toe dips,
Yeah.
side of the pool. You know what I'm saying? Chilling with the food. That's my
Keon,
version of a
you
nice
swim.
Yes and no. I can swim.
Oh my god.
I can do it, just not for a long period of time.
Okay.
Yeah. You got these Michael Phelps that I could swim over here and save everybody if I really need it. Nigga, great.
Nah, that's my cousin though. No, my
Yeah, that's
cousin.
Joe. Yeah, that is Joe.
No. Born in his bones. No training, nothing. That man is Michael Phelps. Jay, shout out to you.
That's funny.
Oh,
But what about your activities and do you like something?
so I was just saying, I fuck with summer. Like you, it's not my favorite. I think my favorite season might be. It's probably fall. To be honest.
Fall's like
I
You
love
put your
fall.
drip
I was gonna
on.
say, yeah, you guys say if you really want to show out, you can show out without sweating. You can say, or if you want to be more laid back, wear your hoodies and stuff. I love hoodies. I got a whole bunch of hoodies at the crib.
Man,
But I rock with summer a lot. I definitely do think it's changed though from where we were like in like school to now because we like work with like all the time now.
Yeah,
like
24/7.
when back in when you was school and you got let up for the summer, you didn't really like people had summer jobs too, but you know it wasn't as like serious back then. You know you'll pick up your shifts just to be outside with your homies later.
right.
So that's when I really rocked the summer the most because then everybody was throwing like their functions and everything. Like I was going out to those.
Man,
all the time.
we got cars. Listen,
Oh man, listen.
I'm telling
Man,
you,
I remember
on
when
that road.
when I got my car when I was 17, I was not at home ever.
That was probably for the best.
None but
I didn't have a
moves.
car at 17. That was probably for the best. Like I had my L's, but I did not have my car. That was probably for the best. Now that I look
You
about it,
said
because
I
I
would
would have
be
been out
in there
everywhere.
something.
Especially when it was grad party season, boy.
Man, listen.
I was like the friends I had the whiz who were in there just going to every single grad party.
Oh yeah, the food, immaculate, bro. Shout
Exactly.
out everybody when they graduated. Y'all's parents put on some great functions, bro.
Shout out to
Like,
y'all.
right. No, that
I
was
was
a good
saying,
time.
what's his face? Shout out Troy's little brother. You know, he's graduated today, I guess.
Shout out to
Well, at the time of this video, it'll be
It'll
like
be
a
like
week
2
later.
a week
Shout out
later.
to
Shout out all the
Happy
grads though that have
Yeah, I was
graduated a
like,
few
shout
weeks
out to
prior.
Xavier.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out
Live it
all
up
y'all.
for real. Like,
Exactly.
nah,
But
live it
just
up for real.
And
Get
JL. Yeah, my fault.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go ahead.
Never forget about
I said, I
it.
don't think I know anybody that's graduated this year, so I don't got no shout outs.
college, high school, it don't matter, bro. Like, make sure you get your money right. Start with your money, make sure your money's right. Have fun and be responsible, which will lead to my next question. Kind of what you were saying. So, what was summer like for y'all when y'all were like kids and like teenagers and stuff? I know you mentioned like going
Like
out,
I
but
said, we're outside.
Yeah.
but like,
Literally.
what's your favorite memory of like summer when you were a teenager or even a child?
I was gonna say, nah, literally was like during the day getting to just be outside with the homies, whether it was basketball, football, or we were just out walking around the neighborhood chilling. And then, you know, when it was at night, it was the parties, it was the functions.
The
So, like,
shenanigans.
The shenanigans afterwards. Pretty much. Like, I mean, no dead ass, yeah.
It was outside everywhere.
That's you, Twist.
Oh shit!
No, I'm not saying like go. I'm saying you was outside everywhere,
No,
right?
no, it was
Talking
not.
about something, I got my car, was never home.
No, bro. I mean, I was doing stuff, but like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
This
I
dude,
was-
this dude
Right.
Miles must have played like
Road
this
runner.
man was like the perfect human being.
I never said that. No, I never said that. So, all right, if you let me answer the question, what I was doing, bro, what I mean by that, bro, I mean I was working. I ain't gonna lie. I was
Nah,
doing
for
double
real.
shifts. It was double shifts.
Yep.
Like I was started because I worked at a restaurant, right? I had double shifts, so I started 10,
that's right.
like 10 to 4, and then like 5 to 10. Like it was like all day long.
What was
you
that?
know what I'm saying?
Max and Hermes?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
There's none left. I think there might be one left, maybe. But, bro, I was working, and I would show my homies when I could. You know what I'm saying? Get on the game. And you know, that's
They
about
had some
it.
fine shit at Max Hermes.
Of course. Because I was cool. So, you know, back then, bro, I was cool with my boss. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be like, oh, okay, I think I'm going to hire this person. What you think? If they were fired, I'd be like, yeah, hire her.
They would have pictures with them.
No, they would come in for the interview,
type.
and he would see me.
Oh, y'all had in-person.
He had in-person interviews because I was like a host and carry out whatever. So he would have in-person interviews in the table like right next to the host stand, and I'd be looking at him, he looking at me, I'd be like, nah, not her. He'd be like, and then he would like either not hire her or hire her, and then
So if he got hired at Max Hermes, like and subscribe to this video because he's the reason.
Right.
Why.
He's the reason why you're here.
wait,
If
it's
he
not my
did
fault. Some of them was busted. You know what I'm saying? You look better. Maybe I want you there for my
He
entertainment.
said, making money.
But you know what I'm
That's what it's
saying?
about.
But yeah. When I was
said-
summertime for me as a teenager was just working, bro. And then maybe a little other things I was doing. Other than that, mainly working.
Dang, that's crazy. Do y'all miss the process of going and doing the in-person interviews as a teenager?
I was nervous, bro. Like when I because the first funny enough, the first Josiah worked a lot of jobs in high school. At least from what I remember.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time Josiah worked at Cracker Barrel. I remember
Yes.
me and my dad went and Josiah was like, hey, what's good? I was like, what? What's he doing here? So he was like, yeah, bro, I'm working. I was like, what?
Was it the Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, it's nah, so yeah, I know Josiah was working too. But nah, like in-person interviews, like in high school, it just made me nervous, bro. Because it's like, this man's not going to hire me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a little stupid
You
teen.
know that I get taught how to do interviews.
No.
Either.
You know that manager, the lady that was there?
Yeah.
She works at Burlington now.
Really?
Yeah, I
you
seen her. I was like, what the? I said, I was there with somebody else. What the? Well, I was there with my girl. I was like, let's go over here. She's like, why? I was like, that's my first manager.
No, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said what I said. I told my brother why I straight left that place, which is, one of the reasons, but I was tired of working there too. So, one of the reasons why I left that place, not going to put it out there. You know why I left that place, bitch. That's not what happened. Yes, it is. I just didn't tell you. Why would I tell you that? So you could do what? Crazy. Either way, that's insane. But digress. But
I'm dead.
I was like, my summer was just working. Just putting in hours, working with my grandpa, doing electrical work, working at,
Y'all
it wasn't
some
Cracker Barrel,
ass
but
niggas,
I was
huh?
working at Marshall's for like 2 years. And it's crazy because my brother and my cousin ended up working there after me.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
But you know, see what he was saying, like, that was my problem. Remember the last, in the Sinners episode, I was talking about one of mine was I was a kid, was greed. I was a greedy nigga. I wanted my own bread so I could do whatever I wanted. And I wanted as much of it as possible.
Man, I got tired of hearing no.
Because, bro, when we were in school, like, I always get roasted for having bummy clothes and, like, bummy shoes and bust down stuff. Because, like, I never really put my value in it. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still like that without it. It wasn't until I started getting roasted every day by niggas, I was like, all right, I got to get my bread up. So, because I asked my dad, he was like, man, what you need new shoes for? What you good? You got shoes right there on your feet. You know what I'm saying? It's not, and we weren't even broke. So I just knew it was like, all right, well, in order for me to get what I got to do this summer, I got to get my job and I got to get my money.
Gotta go get it with these.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. With your hands.
Go get you
bro,
some money.
You know what I'm saying? But when I was a kid, bro, like, I would just hang out with my friends all the time. Like my dad would take us to take me and Morgan to Tim's house, homie Tim. We'd just stay with them all day. Then they'd pick us up after work. It was like a free daycare for him. You know what I'm saying? Family friends. Like I just hung out with him all the time.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Then maybe go visit my grandparents. It was very easy. It wasn't like how some of these niggas, oh yeah, he's doing this, that, he's going to Florida. Now we had like family trips and stuff every once in a while. Or no, I think pretty consistently. Yeah, so like we went places, but it was pretty chill, like for summertime.
I was just going to visit my uncles in
New York.
Yeah.
Now, shout out to the family trips. Those do be hitting, and those is locked in the memory banks. Take your kids on trips.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let them see the world, not the same block that they grew up on, bro, or wherever.
There's more to it than just where you live.
And it doesn't always have to be Florida, bro. Like I'm sick of everyone saying, "Oh, take my kids to Florida. I'm taking them to Myrtle Beach." Like, bro, take them somewhere.
There's
else.
a beach along both coasts. You do not go to Florida or Cali just to go to the beach.
Right. No, there's facts. I'm sick of the Florida trips, bro.
Man,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what people want to do, though. Like,
y'all got trips going on? Y'all going anywhere this summer?
Me and Brent are going to Miami next weekend. Or we're going to Miami.
Do y'all hear this nigga?
I like that. Because Herdy know what he's about to do.
But that's the thing, like, but that's the thing, like, we were invited. I wasn't just like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? We were invited. We were invited.
We're not just going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to
Anyone
say.
that knows me knows I really like Miami like that. If I'm being honest, I'm being 100. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's like that down there.
See, the reason why I like Miami is because, well, I don't like Miami like the vibe. I like it because it inspires me. Because they got a lot of nice stuff down there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, seeing these dudes with these yachts and, like, all these nice whips down there. When I was down there last, I seen, like, probably, like, 5 Raris, bro, just riding down Ocean Drive. I'm like, this is, like, that's it, bro. I'll be out the way, but,
That's
like,
what
you know,
Gunna
every
be
once in a
rapping
while,
about.
just, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's why I like it personally.
No, that's Rodeo.
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah.
Ocean Drive's like that, too.
That's,
Yeah.
it's nice.
That's a nice view.
It's,
You know
it's
what
nice.
I mean?
It's nice.
That's a nice
Zooming
view.
on his face after he said that. I mean,
There you
clip
go.
that. He said, and I quote, "You are thicker than a bowl of oatmeal."
Crazy. But nah,
But people be going over there to Wild Out, though.
good. That's
Insane.
I hear they be taking their bread and like renting stuff and then just balling out.
yeah, bro. Like people do that all the time. Like they'll
It's
do
like
it
people
a-
leave like their like I don't want to say common sense, but it's like when they go there, they just become unhinged.
It's
That's
not
when
a
they
real
go to a lot of
place.
places. Yeah,
It's GTA over there.
bro. It's
Pretty
a bunch of during this time.
Especially
niggas go
during
to,
this
especially
time.
during this time, people go down there and just wild out. And this is like
Bruh.
all the bread that you save, your little pennies. You know what I'm saying? Your bank account, you spending on Miami to flex on niggas, bro. I see it all the time. Like niggas got they maxing your credit card out to go, and then you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like
You don't never
shit.
want to flex one time. You don't want to just be like,
Not
"It's
really.
money, nigga.
Hell no, hell no.
Honey's do the money spread." You don't never want to do that.
I've
Like
never.
I be doing that, but I'm too long term. I'm gonna think about like what happens the day after.
Because it's probably cool in the moment, bro.
That's what I'm
but, like,
saying. You
yeah,
don't never be
hell
like,
no.
I kind of want to flex one time.
You can do that without doing the money spread and shit. You know, like
I want to do
you know,
the money
so-
spread
you know,
too. So listen,
you know how
the
some
money
people.
flow,
Hey,
the breaks.
that's why you guys gotta.
But when you
subscribe
get
and
it,
shit.
when you get it, yeah, sure. But a lot of niggas, I'm saying when
Right.
people niggas don't got to doing that.
Oh, yeah, tight.
Niggas got like 1K in they bank, money spreading the fucking
Tell you what, we about to
900.
ball out,
You money spread $800. You got 1,000 in your account, nigga. You got 200 left, bitch.
I
Like, what
rented
the
out the
fuck?
euros for 600.
Right. He's like, man, I'm balling, nigga. Shit, let me take that back. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you're not balling. I think it's only cool when you actually got it. Like, nigga, if Jeff Bezos did that, nigga, you can do that with this hand, his feet, and his, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Like,
In a
billionaire,
money
bro.
chair.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You can have a
Yeah, the
room
fact
full,
that he's
you know
still
what I'm
the
saying?
richest even after the divorce is crazy work. She
Dumbass
really took
nigga.
half, and she's
And
still
he made
the
her,
richest.
he made her what? Like one of the richest women on the
Yeah.
planet
I
just
think
off
she was
of
like the
divorce.
second richest.
Something like that. It's crazy.
She's like the second. I forgot.
yeah,
who's the
and she
first.
didn't do, well, I'm not saying she didn't do nothing.
She
but,
said
like,
she was going to
did
give away a
essentially
lot of the bread.
Good. I mean, shoot.
Oh, that's good because Jeff.
Same with
Because
Bill Gates
what we say,
and
bro,
Jackie Chan.
what do you need $1 billion for? You know what I'm saying? Let me say this. If you have exactly $1 billion, you could feed your generations on generations like we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But like 50 billion, why? 40 billion?
That's the
Nigga,
money glitch
5
cheat
billion,
code.
why?
That's what you should be helping out.
And then the people going to be in the comments talking about, oh, yeah, you say that, but then what if it's you? What if it's you? What if you have the 50 billion? I don't need that money. I don't need
Right.
50 billion. I
But
don't need it.
I think a lot of people, like, if you come from something, you're not gonna be like that when you get it. If you have absolutely zero and you get like billions of dollars, you might be like that maybe, but it depends on how you like where you stand, like how you're grounded. Like if your morals are trash, and then you're gonna be, man, fuck, this all me, nigga. You know, but if you
Right.
somewhat a respectable human being, you're gonna realize, damn, I don't really need all this. Let me share the wealth,
And
share
right.
the love. Because there's still niggas is starving like a mug. You know what I'm saying? Like $500 million to this country right now could probably help like damn near everybody, maybe statistically, maybe. I'd have to do more research on that for sure to know. But That's more than enough, bro. You know what I'm saying? What do you need?
You
billions
think the
of
higher
dollars?
powers would even let you help that many people?
Probably
out,
not. They probably shoot my ass. You know what I'm saying?
They'd probably,
They be like,
hey,
he's doing something for the community.
Yeah, get that nigga.
Get out of here.
Get that nigga now. You know? Yeah,
So the
right.
say, hey, we need broke niggas.
Right, we about to Martin Luther King this nigga. Oh my
I'm
god.
just standing on a balcony. Yeah, nigga.
Nah, Jay had to K that man. That's
Right,
top.
exactly.
Just for helping out the community is crazy.
They said, get that nigga now.
I mean, that's with the healthcare. They're trying to do that anyway.
Shit. Well, moving on. No, but you, let's see. What was my next question?
It
So
was
what?
that to do with the unhinged comment.
Yeah. So no. So what freedoms do you guys think we had as like back then that a lot of kids don't have now when it comes to summer? And what I mean by that is, it's pretty. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, but I think back then we had the freedom of going somewhere and guaranteeing like 95% of the time we could make it back.
Come home unscathed,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I think now, and I'm gonna just say this for Columbus recently. Not even recently. I'll say like the last like 5 years, 5, 6, 7 years. It's like when you go out during summertime, right? There's a few culprits. I'm not gonna specify who for sure right now because you
Young
know I don't want these niggas
I
in the comments. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This certain group of people, you know, come in the spot, you know what I'm saying, doing what they do. Then another group, very similar, wink, wink, come. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, there's always some sort of beef, and whether that be an altercation physically or, you know what I'm saying, like a bunch of dissing in the spot, you know, ruining the vibe. And then like maybe 10 minutes later, you see a nigga with a hoodie come in with this little pew and then start airing the spot out. You know what I'm saying? And I think when we were in high school, like when you go to parties, like the worst that would probably happen is, you know, some nigga comes in, hey, why my girl throwing on you, nigga? And then fight, boom. Not usually the nigga ain't coming with the blade. Usually. Now, not saying it didn't. Not saying it never happened. Not saying it never happened, but it did.
You said what?
So was dudes really catching cheeks in high school? He said, Brenda said, yeah.
Wouldn't know a thing about it.
Brenda's
For parties. For parties.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah, for parties, wouldn't know. Wasn't a party.
What? That's
high
the
school?
party right here. The
party was
That's
here.
right. Yeah.
Party in high school was
He said, nah, we was catching
There's no
hella.
way I'm the only one.
You were, twin.
What the fuck, bro?
Hey, bro.
You was going to parties, Keon?
We was going to team parties. Yeah, we go to team parties.
What?
And shit was getting shot up. There's a couple.
Niggas was catching ass for real?
Niggas was catching ass.
Thank you. I was gonna say.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. It just happened to me. I was inside.
I was just saying though, Pickerington, they was throwing ass.
Yeah, that was the point of the party.
Yeah, that was what it was like. I'm not even gonna misconstrue my question.
I went to this one chick's party, right? Like I said, it was the point of the party. I'm not gonna put this person's name out there, but she had her like niggas or whatever, like be like security and whatnot. She said the girl said that through the party. She basically yelled at people at a point. She said, if you're not throwing or you're not catching, get the fuck out. And she said, if one of her homies tapped your shoulder like 3 times, you were kicked out or whatever. So yeah, it used to really be the points of the parties and stuff.
They was getting kicked out?
Huh?
Said they was getting kicked out?
They were gonna get kicked out.
I'm saying, did anybody get kicked out?
After she yelled that out, no. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she livened up the
You was
party
catching
after
her?
that.
He said PG. He said PG.
To
Yeah.
whatever family member might watch this, though, I was not.
He said, nope.
This nigga's lying.
He said, in GTA I was.
He said, yeah. He's like, this is not real. These are all props. This is not real.
These are not real.
You know what I'm saying? We know what he was doing, bub.
I mean, I went to my, here and there, one-offs, but it wasn't like party. I mean, it was earlier, but that was like junior high, and they was throwing parties all the time.
Junior
Right.
high, oh no, junior high not.
No, but
Mine was more high.
see, that's the thing. I don't even say it's like a freedom. I don't want to make it seem like catching some cheeks is this grand freedom that niggas had back then. I will say though, like parties back then seemed more intentional.
Yeah.
And actually carried through on the execution. Because now niggas will have like parties, like have a certain theme, bro. But usually it never ends up being that because niggas nowadays are just weirdos. It was like back to our party episode. Like you could have a party for like, you could throw a booty, whatever you want to call it. Like now, right now, women get there, they might be acting weird because the niggas just standing around like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but it's
forehead sweating.
What are they supposed to do? Bust a
Just
move? They're supposed to be out there grooving and moving? Like,
I mean, no, but like but I also think, again, back to the party episode, bro, I think about a lot of that has to do with the music choices, bro. You can't be playing like Dirk, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You gotta play something that's smooth, I'm talking about for the booty bash.
Right.
Parties. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like you gotta make it to where it's like the girls want to do it.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? You can't.
That's what I was telling Greg. Talking about some. That's not what I'm trying to. You're trying to. Your cheek keep. I'm trying to. Mini shake some. Like what? You got your cheek keep. I'm trying.
You gotta have a mix. You gotta have a mix.
You gotta throw that wagon around.
You got to have a mix though, because I'm probably opinion like no cap. I feel like you have to get the niggas teed up first. And then you go into.
He said, "Gotta get the testosterone pumping."
Because I'm like, let's be real though. Like for most, if it's gonna be a good party, like the niggas are dancing along, like singing with each other, is gonna want to make the party. Like no offense to my females that watch this video, but y'all do know like. Y'all usually like head up after like the initial like tee up happens, and then y'all do your own thing after. Like if you're gonna count on the women to like start your party, your party's gonna.
Cheat code to the youngins. Like,
unless you just happen to have
my brother just said, y'all go in there and be yourself, have a good time. And when they see when they see y'all having a good time, then they're gonna be comfortable and have a good time, right?
But you gotta
cheeks will be unlocked.
Like
you can go here now. The area is green. You can go there.
He said we'll be unlocked. That's a hilarious, bro. I mean, that's a fair point. But I also think like now, like. Moving on, like in summertime, bro. Like people don't really like know how to practice like the safety of the whole. You know what I'm saying? And when they do, like I think a lot of people are getting better at it. But like you gotta be aware of your surroundings. Like you can't just be anywhere at any time, just doing whatever because you want to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't got like a friend with you that you trust, let me say that a friend with you that you trust. Why are you going to this party? And like heat makes people crazy. I think.
It does.
So like summertime, bro, like
especially when you get a certain group.
When you
like
get right, when you get that certain group,
and add in heat,
heat, testosterone, horniness levels skyrocketing, bro. You get in there, you gonna get beat up, shot up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you interrupted me, nigga. Nah. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get uppercutted by the whole squad. You're finished. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna take turns just beating you up. You know what I'm saying?
And don't let there be an instigating female at that function.
Don't let there be. Okay, yeah. I'm glad you said that.
Don't let there be an instigating
That's why they be crashing out.
I need all the men to listen very carefully, bro. This summer, if you are with a young lady of sorts that you are with,
tell him, brother,
and she's toxic, or even if she's not toxic, do not let her put you in a situation where you're going to hurt yourself or other people for her validation for you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes see, bro, we say the word crash out, but I'll tell you what it truly means right now. All crashing out is acting so out of character for something so small that you seem like you're a menace to society. And you could be very easily if you crashing out all the time. But for a lot of y'all be crashing over the smallest things because the woman's like, you just gonna let him do that. I know you niggas be doing that in this, especially in summer now that everyone's outside. Just don't do it, bro. Walk away. Yeah. No one will call you. Well, not saying no one.
They definitely will.
They'll definitely call you a hoe. Yeah. But you gotta like, you know what I'm saying? Be mature. You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
They got to show
if there's no hands thrown, don't swing first, bro. Because you know what I'm saying. Unless you got hands.
Is not a weakness.
Got kicked out of the function because of
that. Facts. Right. Nah.
Yeah. Some instigating female.
What?
I told you the story.
Wait. Is this the one where you got
kicked out of the function? Man. So like we said, like me and him, we went to Miami of Ohio together. I had a lot of friends because in our Pickerton like high school area, a lot of people went to OU. So shout out to all the people that went to OU or no
Ohio University.
Ohio University in Athens. Joe Burrow land, like they want to call themselves now. But like
Joe Burrow.
So one of my good homies, he goes to OU and he was like, bro, like come fuck with me for like because they got their fest season down there. He's like, come fuck with me for one of them. I was like, you know what? let's go or whatever. I picked my homie up. Like going from Miami to OU is 3 hours. I stopped by one of our mutual homies' crib, like by where we live. Picked him up. We went to OU.
You drove 3 hours.
3 hours. Like I said, he's my dog, and I low key was like ducking it too. So I was like, bro, like for my homie, I gotta do it one time. So we go there. We like I said, we get to OU. I want to say we get to OU around 6:00. This dude's not ready, by the way. My homie now. I'm like looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? But so like we chill, me and my friend and I picked up on the way. We chilling, right? Like I said, we got there at 6. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let you get ready up because I got a whole bunch of homies that go to OU.
Right.
So went to one of my other really good friends. We're talking, we having a good time or whatever. He told me, he's like, what y'all getting into tonight? I told him the party we about to go to. This is strike number 1, Joe. He looks at me, he's like, y'all really want to go to that function, bro? I was like, what you mean?
He said, that moment, I should have known.
I was like, saying, he said, hey, man, those people that be throwing that type of functions, bro, they know to, like, tweak out. I'm like, oh, fuck. I mean, but I was like, growing up in Columbus, I was like, how bad it can get? He said, hey, bro, it can get pretty bad. I was like, all right, cool. But he hangs out with a different crowd of people, so I was like, I'm not about to really be fucking with you either.
Right.
So I was like, nah. I was like, all right. So now I know I at least keep my head on a swivel type thing. The party that they were throwing is a 90s themed party, right?
Y'all came dressed up?
Nah, hell no. I was not doing all that.
Just like you were just talking about, too. Talking about some, you'll throw a theme party and niggas.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, niggas ain't, they don't follow the.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm niggas. I'm sorry. I did not follow that protocol.
90s.
No. Baggy ass.
Go ahead.
It was 90s. It was a 90s theme party. We go in there, blah, 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 or whatever. It's like 10 o'clock. I think is when it started. I think we got there like fashionably like an hour later, give it time to like start up. I guess it's 90s theme. It was kind of dead at first, right? Keep in mind that. So he's playing all the 90s music. Now I got another friend of mine, because now we're in a big group now. Mm-hmm. So a homie of mine, he is drunk. He's crossfaded. He's high and drunk. And so when he gets like that, he gets super loud and obnoxious. So Joe, he gonna say out loud or whatever. He said, man, whoever the DJ here is ass. This music suck. I'm looking at him. Like,
oh, brother.
I'm like,
this guy stinks.
I'm like, I'm looking at him like, why'd you say that? Luckily for us, though, this is not where things went south. Luckily for him, the dude that was playing the music was cool. He was like, hey, bro, why are you saying that? Like, he was very understanding. I was like, hey, bro, just ignore him for real. I was like, I just don't think...
Faded.
I was like, yeah, he's a little too faded. And this is not the music that he really listens to type shit. Yeah. So he asked my homie, he's like, okay, what you want to play? He's like, man, I get it's a 90s theme, but I don't think, like, for a party, which I kind of agree with. Like, I rock with some 90s music, but I don't think that
Our
decade
generation.
is the best for parties, let me say. For the party that they were trying to throw, I don't think it's the best for that. So he switches up to the music. Now he mentions the man he starts playing. He starts playing Dirk, right? He starts playing Dirk in the music of that.
Dirk and Days.
That's what it said. So, to let you know the time period of this, he starts playing Aha by Dirk or whatever. Party starts getting live.
I have no idea what that is.
Wait, I ain't gonna do it, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it's
a coonery song.
It's a straight coonery song.
It's straight niggatry, bro.
Go ahead.
Straight niggatry. So, like I said, but to his credit, the party starts teeing up, though.
Yeah.
Like I said, so we're in the middle. It's me, my friend that I picked up on the way to OU, and the one that just yelled out that it was trash. We're over here. And like I said, he's cross-faced, so he's, like, not minding his space. So, like, he's, like, wide-bodied, too. So he's jumping around like this. So what I think happens, he ended up elbowing this one chick, like, accidentally. Or whatever. He did it twice. The first time I caught it, I was like, hey, I'm sorry for him, like, trying to apologize. Second time, I did not see him do it. Right? So this is where I think that's what happened. Because a little bit, fun fact, his sister goes to OU and was at the same party. So I see his sister there. So I just naturally say, I'm like, hey, what's up? Da-da-da-da. Like, how you doing? I'm just talking to her and her friend just naturally, right? All of a sudden I hear a big ass nigga go, hey, you get the fuck out. I'm looking around.
I don't look like.
I'm like, huh? I was like, he can't be talking.
Bitch ain't on my shirt.
I was like, he can't be talking to us right
That's
now.
not my name tag.
So I ignored him at first. He says it again. He said, y'all don't speak English? I said, 1, 2, 3, get the fuck out. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I proceed to ignore him again.
Right.
Or whatever.
Of course, because you're not talking to me, twin.
So
go ahead and turn around and try that again.
I was gonna say, and it's like a black function, so they made us pay because that's
a certain group.
I was gonna see.
We all know what group.
Right.
I
But
was
go
gonna
ahead.
say, yeah. I was gonna say, so they make you pay because usually that's how college parties goes. You have to pay unless you know somebody.
Paid.
I was gonna say,
You have to get in.
Usually you have
unless
to.
you bring like a bunch of women with you.
You gotta know the person.
That's
throwing it
usually
or
what
bring a
happens. That's
whole
why I'd be
bunch
like,
of
what?
women there.
I ain't even paid
Or
enough.
whatever. But we didn't pay the.
I paid to go to the club. That's crazy.
We didn't pay the
$20 my. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we didn't pay the regular price to go in there. We paid like some discounted price. So it was like, oh, it's like, all right, cool or whatever. Because we knew the people throwing it or whatever. Or at least my group did. So, like I said, dog that yelled out is like not making any common sense, right? He leans over to bro that's yelling at us. He said, hey, I'll leave, but you gotta give me my money back, right? I don't know what in that sentence made the other dude pissed off, but all of a sudden he pushes my homie like clear across the room. Because like I said, he's like a big ass nigga. Like he played football for the team. And so all of a sudden, you know how it naturally goes, you see a big ass circle like form. I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. Now everybody
It's like
thinks,
those side quest missions when the monsters jump out of the bush and they be like, oh my gosh, now I gotta fight them.
Damn, went in the wrong area.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, hell
so
yeah.
my homie's on that because bro didn't know my homie boxes for real.
Shit.
So he's like, nigga gets put, and then he does like, you know how in Street Fighter they start bouncing, like that's that nigga right now. I'm like, bro, I'm like Max. Sorry, that's his name.
Oh, man.
I was like, my boy starts doing that. I'm like, bro, we can't do that right now. I was like, but he's like, he's past the point of no return. Like,
Right.
he's like, man, he's like, I'll get the fight. He's like, I'll get this dub. I'm like, that's not the problem. Even if you get this dub, we're gonna get jumped by the rest of his crew. We're not winning the war. You're gonna win the battle, but I'm not getting jumped because of your dumb ass. I was
Right.
like, we gotta go. Bro, he is not hearing it, Joe. Like, he is yelling for everybody.
He got that drink in
And
his
it's
system.
Like, drinking
And
his
he just
system.
disrespected him.
Exactly. Bro, we go like that for 5 minutes. I'm yelling at this thing like, bro, let's go. We finally get to... Like, we finally come when our group starts leaving, right? Or whatever. Like I told you, we had to pay to get in, right? So there's obviously a dude that's collecting the money at the front. He saw us leaving and he heard
Give
the
me my
commotion.
20 back, nigga.
Nah.
Nigga, give me that, nigga.
Nah.
I would not live without it.
He hears the commotion right outside, and he sees us walking out. He's like, "Hey, bro, what's going on in there?" Whatever. He's being all nice and stuff at first. My homie goes, he's like, "Yeah, that's your tall ass dude in there. He's being a bitch for real." Then he hears the description. He's like, "Oh, you talking about my homie?" He starts to bug up too. Hey, bro. I was like, hey.
Activate this man.
Right. He said, what about my nigga?
I'll beat you.
gosh.
And then so my
That's
homie,
crazy.
he bugs us. He said, "Man, I'll really beat your ass." And I was like, bro. I told Dude I was at the front, I was like, bro, ignore him. We gonna leave, bro. It's no problem. And that's how it was. And then my friend I was visiting, this man calls me because he was getting drinks while this all is happening.
He came back.
He came back
said-
out with his drink and he was like, "Where the fuck are you at?"
Like that drinking. He said, where y'all at?
Literally. And he starts calling me. He's like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Hey, bro." I was like, "It's not my fault. I didn't do anything."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Niggas, man.
Ain't no way you took it.
All because
Can you not hear?
Well, see, bro. Here's my problem, bro.
all because I'm like to the shorty that was there. He ended up watching this. You could have just moved from us. You didn't have to do all that. She just went and snitched on the nigga, And then
They like to see all that testosterone being thrown around.
well, literally, and then he just feel like I just had to wild out for the hoes. I was
Yeah,
like,
nah, he
no.
could have. See, my only problem with that story, like, even if she did snitch, like, he didn't have to do that. He could have been like, hey, can y'all, like, chill? He didn't have to kick y'all out. He could have just been like, hey, can y'all, like, chill a little bit? Like, I know we having a good time, but you bumping into me people, you know what I'm saying? You kind of a big dude, blah, blah,
Right,
blah,
give him
blah.
a warning
He could have did it, like, in a chill way. But see, like you said, to your point, bro, that ego, bro, it be making niggas think, like, they could just talk to people any kind of way. And if you like a nigga with some backbone, you ain't gonna just be like, you all right, you right, bro, and then walk off like, nigga, hell no. If some nigga told me to get the F out, I'd be like,
Literally,
I'll be like,
hit
nigga,
that
who you
place
talking
real quick.
to? Like, now I don't want to leave, nigga, because you came to me disrespectfully, and now I can't rock with
But
you.
I ain't rock with that. But like you said, sometimes
But yeah. So you got to pick and choose your battles.
You gotta
though.
pick
That
and
would
choose
be-
your battles.
Because this particular group isn't known for letting things die. I'm gonna just leave that there.
Particular group.
Y'all know who we talking about, bro. They, I ain't gonna say no more because I want y'all talking about us, bro. Yes, nigga, we are. We absolutely are, bro.
I'm talking about you in specific.
Yeah, you specifically, nigga, commenting
I
like
was gonna
that.
say
So-
they're known to comment under people's posts when they talk about
Be funny,
a
though.
specific group.
They be like, "Oh, you really talking about us, bro? All right, bet. We
love my people, though.
keep notes, bro. All right, nigga, write that bitch then, nigga." But anyway,
Yeah, that was a little story time. My bad.
nah, but transitioning. So in summer, bro, how do we now that we're adults, you know, fast forward into now like present? How do you balance like your fun and your responsibility even in summertime? Because I see a lot of times. Like I made the joke earlier, but you see niggas maxing out their credit cards to go places just for the sake of like having a good summer, quote unquote, because they are stuck in that child's mindset of like you got to do something big in summertime. And I'm like one of those people that's like, if you plan for it and you got the bread for it, go do it, enjoy. Like I'm not saying you just got to work all the time, but I do think now it's not really a great balance because people it's kind of off-putting. Like for me, like when I see niggas are always traveling and always out, I'm like, nigga, what do you do? I'm hating, but I'm also like wondering, like, man, it must
I'm
be
also
nice.
curious.
Yeah, it's more curiosity than hating, to be honest. And I'm like, damn, nigga, what do? You must work one day a week, chill the rest of the week. Your ass always outside. You know what I'm saying? Like
They got that bag.
bag, or they getting paid for. Either or, you know what I'm saying?
I was
Like,
gonna say, you talking
which is fine. Like, if you got family or
I was
whatever,
saying, you know what Jenner just be outside just on trips and stuff. Like, no offense.
Okay. They definitely do.
I was gonna say, like, let's be real, bro. Somebody, I'm not gonna.
We taking a trip to Miami.
I was gonna say, there's some women.
Y'all about to go see him.
no, thanks. Stay away from me. Because, like I said, bro, summertime is like, this is when people just want to be the most irresponsible, in my opinion. Because you think, because everyone's outside, it's your chance to just jump outside and be a coon with everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
I think
Like,
we associate
chill.
that because of school. Like,
Yeah, low
it's
key.
time to be free. It's summer. Because, like you were just saying, it's
like
we work 24/7,
yeah,
so it's never like we get an
it's like a mindset. Like you're in the
Yeah.
shackles of school for months, and then 3 months you can do whatever quote unquote whatever you want because you got the whole day where you're
Right.
not at school. So like, yeah, I think that transcended into adulthood. So now when niggas are in summertime, bro, they be doing whatever.
Like, they don't
Forgetting,
got to
what
be back at 6 o'clock on Monday morning. 6 o'clock
That's
sharp.
what I'm saying.
Sharp.
To me, yeah.
I think, to answer your question, I think you balance it out by doing the like little things in the summer too. Like it doesn't have to be trip or no fun. Like
Yeah, you gotta
hang out with your
balance
homies once in a while. Like do a bonfire, do like a cookout,
do a barbecue. You know what I'm
do a
saying?
barbecue.
Yeah.
I was gonna say do like the
Learn how to
stuff
grill.
and shit.
That's all I'm learning. I'm learning how to grill, y'all.
I was gonna say like do stuff like that.
Get a
like,
good grill.
I was like,
Yeah,
if y'all
to
have
be
a
honest.
hobby that y'all do together, like me and my close homies, we don't do it as much recently, but our thing was bowling with one another for a smooth
for sure,
minute.
for sure.
Doing stuff like that, I think that helps. Because I do agree, like people think like once it's summertime, like I gotta go here, I gotta go there. I mean, I'm like, hey, if you plan for it and you say like you got PTO and stuff and you manage to do that and your homies are that type of timing, hey, do it though, because then you do it
Don't
in the
call
right
off
way.
work for it. Don't call off.
mean,
Use your
no, like-
PTO. Use your PTO.
Bro. Like if you don't got PTO, but you already planned it. Like,
Oh, yeah, call off.
because some jobs require you to use PTO for other things that just randomly pop up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it does.
Which is some BS. Like
if you're sick,
if I'm dying for a whole week straight, and then I got a trip coming up in 2 weeks. And I'm using, it's like, oh, you used your PTO last week? You were sick. Nigga, fuck, I'm not coming, nigga.
Right.
I'm going on that trip. Nigga.
I already told you that.
Right, exactly. You can unpaid talk. I'm not going to be here, nigga.
You plan a
Good
trip,
luck.
you definitely going to go to your trip. You're
Right, I'm not going to be
you're not gonna be like, yeah.
I'm not a PTO. I must attend work. No, hell no.
Yeah, especially if you're respectful, you planned it like way ahead of
Right,
time.
right.
Like they're talking
I ain't
about
gonna lie.
balance.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
You guys
Like,
work there the whole year and for the rest of your life, go take a trip. And if they tell you you can't, still take that trip.
No, thanks. Because
take
you know
that
what I'm
trip.
saying? Like, you really got to think about how crazy this is, right? 365 days in a year. You are probably granted, if you're lucky, maybe 20 days. Maybe.
Damn.
And that's a lot for some people.
Do it the right way, though.
know what I'm
Like, tell them
saying?
a month in advance, a month or two in advance, and be like, hey, I got this pre-planned trip. Then when it comes, they be like, you're not getting paid for it. Be like, but still go.
Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I'd rather be somewhere where I don't feel like a slave than be like, oh no, my paid time off. Nigga, unpaid. Nigga, I ain't gonna be there.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Stop it. Nah.
Get some help.
But yeah, nah. Like, it's, I don't know. I kind of wish like summertime like actually felt like a break again. That's one thing I do miss about
That's what
now compared to. No, I mean not saying I can't like do stuff I did, but like it just feels like now that I'm an adult, summer just feels like work but hot.
Yeah.
And with occasional breaks, but like when you was a child and a teenager,
But you
it was an
guaranteed-
actual break. You could sleep all day Monday. You know what I'm saying? Maybe do what you got to do Tuesday. Do it all again on. You know what I'm saying?
Create
Like it felt like a break.
memories, hang
Yeah.
with the homies,
Exactly.
spend the night,
Breathe.
do all of that.
You wake up and don't feel like you got to do a billion
Yeah.
things unless you like have an active household where you doing chores and shit.
Brain on chill mode.
Yeah, literally. Like that's the only thing I miss about summer from when I was a kid.
Adults need to have a summertime, 2
Bro,
weeks
you know what I'm saying?
at
These
least.
European
Give us
niggas got
2
it down.
weeks.
They be going on
That's
holiday.
not PTO.
You know
That's
what I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying.
Lucky
Don't
bastard.
get a PTO. Give us 2 weeks to go chill. Be like, all right, and that should be like a national thing.
That should be a monthly thing. Nigga,
Yeah.
first 2 weeks chilling. You know what I'm
Chill.
saying?
That's crazy.
That would never happen, but you know what I'm saying? In a perfect world, nigga, maybe not 2, but maybe 1 week out of the
Yeah, one.
1 week of like if you
Yeah,
want to
1
do corporate,
week.
you can say
You
1
can
week
give
of corporate.
somebody
nigga.
a week. Yeah,
Yeah,
can
you
give
know
them
what I'm
a
saying?
week.
Like, they
we
say-
down for the week. We about to go enjoy life. Enjoy your life. Don't slave your
They
life
said-
away till you die.
They said you have 5 days of PTO
You don't even know
all
when
year.
you die. That's insane.
They said you
You're
gotta-
slaving your life away for an unknown future and not taking any breaks.
They said, nigga, you're working until we say you're done, nigga. And if you don't got the bread, have fun dying in clocked in. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? You know how many niggas die on the job?
That's what I'm saying. You
Hell
you
nah.
don't know when you're gonna die, so
Right.
enjoy your life, y'all.
Exactly.
Enjoy.